A low can only get higher and a high can only get lower. From my journey of trying to, pursue my dreams and goals essentially of, being an entrepreneur, making it, starting off in content, whatever, right? I feel like that journey has taught me like this is what it's supposed to feel like. This is what the journey is supposed to be in, like chasing a dream, being successful, whatever, right? It's supposed to be uncomfortable. It's supposed to challenge you, it's supposed to push you and stretch you past your limit and essentially break the old version of you so that you can step into the new version of you to become what you want to achieve, right? Nobody has ever gone from who they are now to being successful with that current version of themselves. Like what got you here will never get you there. Whatever you want to pursue in this life, essentially, whatever you want to pursue, you have to understand that there's certain parts of you and certain aspects of you that can't go to the next level that you're trying to get to. There's certain versions of you that can't go there, right? And it's like, for me, starting this, honestly, sometimes I fail to remember that this is what it's supposed to feel like. It's supposed to make you feel low. It's supposed to make you feel discouraged. It's supposed to damn near feel impossible because, check it, right? You're building something from out of your mind. You're putting a vision from your mind into reality. Like that's not an easy thing to do. So when you try to bring something from your vision to reality, this is what it's supposed to feel like. It's supposed to be challenging. There's a process to get to the next level, to get to where you're trying to get, right? And it's not going to be easy. That's why everybody wants to be successful, but everybody can't do it. Everybody doesn't have the discipline it takes. Everybody doesn't want to make the sacrifices it costs for you to be great. Nobody wants to put in the time, be uncomfortable, and be in a dark place of your life, right? But that's what separates the winners from the loser, the successful people from the failures. You know what I mean? So it's like this is exactly what it's supposed to feel like. Um, a low can only get higher, and a high can only get lower. So if you feel like you're in a rough place in your life trying to like pursue a goal or pursue a dream, this is what it's supposed to feel like. It's never supposed to be easy. Go watch any successful person talk about their journey, right? Every successful person that I've seen or heard from, they all said it damn near felt impossible. Like there's days where they had head in their hands trying to pursue what they're trying to pursue and thinking it's not gonna work, but it's all a part of the journey. I read in The Alchemist, almost probably the most frequent phrase in The Alchemist was, when you really want something, the whole universe is conspiring to give it to you, to work it out for you in a sense. But that doesn't mean it's gonna be handed to you in your lap. Like you have to take the steps necessary to get it. But the universe is working in your favor. God is working in your favor. Life is working in your favor, right? So you just have to remember that on the journey to like achieving your dreams, pursuing a goal, whatever, right? So the road that you take to get there, everybody can't take it. Everybody can't go. You're gonna have to leave old mindsets behind, old versions of you behind, and understand that okay, if I want to be successful, like I say I want to be successful, I'm gonna have to take this road ahead of me with no guarantee that it's gonna work, no certainty, no safety net. I'm basically stepping into the unknown of chasing a dream, and it's scary in a sense because you don't know what's ahead of you. You don't know how it's gonna play out. You don't know if you're even gonna achieve this dream, but you just have to keep going until you get there. It will work if you keep going, right? And it's like you can't turn back after you start pursuing what you're trying to pursue because why would you turn back? You're closer to where you're trying to get than where you started from, in the wise words of Nipsey Hussle. So it's like you just have to keep going. Sometimes it feels like the road is never gonna end. It's just a dark, dark road, but not only is there a light at the end of the tunnel, there's also a celebration at the end of the tunnel. You're going to be so proud of yourself for not giving up, for not quitting on the journey that you take to achieving a goal, a dream, whatever, right? So it's like you just have to keep going and understand that however low you feel right now, however challenging life feels right now, however dark life feels right now, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. One, two, tables turn. Three, seasons change. Four, a low can only get higher. And you just have to understand that when you're trying to be successful in whatever craft you're pursuing, right? So, yeah, for me, one thing that keeps me going is that nothing happens until everything happens. Nothing looks like it's working until it works, right? All it takes is one video, one win, one day, one moment that changes your life for the better. You know what I mean? So it's like you just have to keep going. You can't quit on yourself. Even when it gets hard, you have to just understand that this is exactly what it's supposed to feel like. This is what I signed up for, and I'm gonna keep going until I get the results that I want. I'm gonna keep going until I see the progress that I want to see. I'm gonna keep going I get the until I achieve the goal that I wanted to achieve, right? And it's like that's just what come with this shit. It really is. And you have to have like something higher than you to rely on in terms of like God or the universe, whatever. But I believe in God, so I'm gonna say like you have to rely on God in times when it gets hard. Lean on Him. That's what faith is all about, right? He gave you the idea, He gave you the vision, and even when it feels like you can't execute it, you have to just keep pushing and having a belief that it's all gonna work out, and it's all gonna work out in your favor, right? When you want something, the universe conspires everything to work in your favor, right? So it's like that's what keeps me going on this journey to like achieving my dreams and pursuing my goals, right? So to whoever is watching this and feels like it's not gonna end or the road is everything just seems out of reach, you just have to keep going, right? This is what it's supposed to feel like. It was never supposed to be easy, and that's what separates successful people from successful people from failures, winners from losers, and essentially what the small percentage of millionaires and billionaires in the world or successful people in the world. You don't even have to have millions or millions, but whatever you want to achieve, that's what separates the people who achieve those things and the people who don't. That they don't quit. They have a belief that everything is gonna work out, and they show up during the most challenging of times. So yeah, a low can only get higher. If you hit rock bottom, the only way is up. Tables turn, seasons change, and everything will work out. So I hope this gives somebody some sort of encouragement to like just stay on the path that you're trying to pursue and just keep at it until it works, you know?